Serenity Funeral Home. We are a family-owned and operated funeral home where we offer complete personalized funeral services, leading our community in funeral and cremation services. Make an appointment for your pre-need and at-need arrangements by calling us at 702-647-0123. Once again, that number is 702-647-0123. Serenity Funeral Home, caring for your loved ones as if they're our own.
Chico Sticks, Pickles, Jolly Ranchers, Mary Jane's, Pop Rocks, Lemon Heads. Should I go on? Bitter Honey, Freeze Cups, Candy Cigarettes. Listen, how about you make your way down to the modern-day Candy Lady and see all of this and more? Satisfy that sweet tooth Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Sight and Sound Candy and more. Follow us on IG at Sight and Sound Candy and on Facebook at Sight and Sound Candy. We are located at 1000 North Martin Luther King on the corner of Washington and MLK. Give us a call, 702-648-4444. Again, that number, 702-648-4444. Thank you.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? This is Goose Thomas, man. We are live here at Gorilla Cross Studios, man. Let the ball bounce Sports Talk Radio. I got my man, Mr. Bill Blockham Logan in the building. What's good? He points to his star. He points to the star. That's look, man.
I was just looking for the reaction.
Look, that is ultimate Bill Logan intro right there. Like nobody else could really pull that off. No other Cowboy fan could pull that off right there, man. Look, man, we appreciate everybody for chiming in, man. We got a great show lined up for you guys today, man. Got a lot of NBA talk. Got some Major League Baseball going on, man. My Braves are cooking because we got served last night, bro. Oh, it was all bad.
The get back.
Oh, it was. We on the get back. Yeah, they spent a little too much time at Magic City.
Why they at Magic City anyway? They know. They should know.
But you know, baseball is one of those things where, like, you don't spill out a whole lot of energy, so rest is like a secondary thing. So especially when you got a homestand, you kick it. They kick it. And they might have went to Magic City one time. I mean, it might have happened. Who knows? I mean, just based on what I saw. That should be like going
to the grocery store.
It really should, man. It really should. But, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But, yeah, man, we got a great show lined up. Of course, man, the play-in tournament just started. We got Cleveland and Brooklyn going down right now, man. Brooklyn up by 11 with a little over 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of that game. See, on MLB Network, man, we got a division matchup, man. Two teams that, my Braves don't personally care for, man. The Mets at Philly. Mets up 1-0, top half of the seventh in that ball game. A little hockey, getting down to the playoff race with the NHL. So it's a lot going on, man. I mean, playoff basketball, of course, being number one on the agenda. Doubleheader tonight, as a matter of fact. There's another play-in game on tonight, man. So it's going to be...
and so it begins.
This is the start. This is the start. A lot of people don't...
Without the
really
LA...
okay,
don't.
Yeah, we don't even want to talk. We don't want to talk about that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. The letdown. The letdown. I like that, brother. The letdown. The letdown, is it 3.0? Because we gave you 2.
10.0.
Yeah, my gosh, bro.
Just call them the LA letdowns.
The LA letdowns. I'll take that. That sounds about right. Wow. That sounds about right. Some news out of the Los Angeles Laker camp, if you were sleeping. of course, with the firing of Frank Vogel, you know, a lot of questions and concerns start to arise. You know, exactly what happened? How did this thing go down? Well, Russell Westbrook had a lot to say, and it wasn't him taking responsibility for anything.
How millennial of him.
Look, man, I know when it was posted last night in the group in reference to Russell Westbrook, and you know, numbers tend to lie sometimes, because my thing with, let's take turnovers for example, right? Now, him and LeBron James per game were separated by a half a turnover on average per game this season, right? But when you look at how those turnovers happened, there's a significant difference between Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. A significant difference. Russell has seemed to have lost his mid-range jump shot, and we talked about that. And along with that, I think a little bit of confidence, dare I say. I could be wrong, but this is just an observation of me watching.
We're talking about a 14-year-old vet.
Yeah, 14-year vet. Yes.
14-year vet.
Yes. Okay. Yes. He's but his thing is he wasn't allowed to be him.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. He wasn't allowed to be him. And I'm trying to figure out
what was him trying to be.
What was him trying to be? What was him trying to be, Billy? Can you answer that, please? Please, sir? What was him trying to be?
He played in 78 games.
Yes.
He played well over 30 minutes a game, didn't he?
Oh, no question about that.
So Frank didn't put any handcuffs on him?
No.
Okay.
No. I think he
I saw the ball in his hand a lot.
A lot.
He missed a lot of layups too.
Boy. So when I look at
it was a surprise when he made layups. I was surprised when he made layups.
Look, I swear. So his field goal percentage got posted, right? And it said 44%. Respectable. Mm-hmm. That's a respectable field goal percentage for your point guard, right? So y'all just not gonna count all the missed layups and the jump shots that hit the shot clock on the fly? We're not gonna insert that. None of that.
Not the millennials.
We're not gonna put that in. So we just gonna go with the number and that be it.
But isn't that why Russ is where he's at in his career? Because he's never taken that responsibility.
Sure.
To be like, I need to play better. Even though I'm playing great, I need to play better if I want to be a champion.
And that's tough.
And I like Russ, but that's the attitude he's had.
I love him.
And having that attitude in OKC, okay, cool. That's the attitude you could have in OKC.
Yeah, you can do
in
that.
Houston, you could do that in Houston.
You can do that there.
In Washington, they don't care.
They
haven't
really
won,
don't
They
care.
haven't won since the 70s. But in LA, you can't have that attitude.
Can't have that attitude,
and he should
bro.
know that being from LA, playing college in LA.
Absolutely.
And he just never got that.
But I think his personal success in OKC, being the all-time triple-double leader,
and none of that equated to any kind of winning.
Being beloved by a lot of people in the NBA and a lot of fans because how he played.
Sure.
And how he plays. I think that kind of blew his head up a little bit.
That's tough though, man. Because I explained that right here at this desk I several times. The same reason why I absolutely love Russell Westbrook is the exact same reason why I can't stand dude, bro. It's like the aside from him being nonchalant, that's not a thing that I love, obviously, but he plays so hard, bro, and you can never ever question this dude's effort, bro.
No.
Ever.
No.
But with that, there's no control. He's out of control more often than not. And as a fan of basketball, I've been a fan of his since he was at UCLA. I always liked him.
And what made him more beloved is when KD left.
Oh yeah, they absolutely loved him because they thought
when KD left.
Oh yeah,
and KD was deemed
the villain.
BA.
Oh, he was the villain.
BAN.
Yes.
And
yes.
That was a whole move and all that.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh my.
Everybody jumped on Russ and everybody hated KD.
Yeah. Some people still hate KD right now, even after seeing this.
Yeah.
Even after seeing his last 3 stops.
Yeah.
We'll take Houston, and we're not going to talk about his time in OKC because that time in OKC, he's beloved there.
Yeah.
He can do anything he wants in that city. But let's take Houston, let's take Washington, and now Los Angeles. Y'all still not getting ready to give this kid no type of responsibility for anything?
He's not giving himself responsibility,
man,
which is
even worse. It's even worse.
Yeah, what he needs to do is go in that bathroom, turn the light on, look in the mirror.
Yes.
But we've all been watching NBA for a very long time, right?
Yes.
So we've seen this with superstars. At this point in their career, they're usually ready to sit behind other people if they haven't won anything.
Absolutely.
And they're hungry to win. And the fact that I thought that's what we were going to get this year with Russ, and we didn't even see a hint of that.
Not even a hint.
And he even said opposite most of the time, anytime people brought that up.
Yeah.
That to me shows that winning is not a big deal. And I think that's the participation trophy era we live in, where it doesn't matter because we're still going to get something.
Yeah.
And I'm a winner in my own mind.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? There's no hunger in him to win a ring.
No.
Wow.
And that is crazy to me because we saw that. I mean, we've seen that with so many players.
Yeah.
How many times did Lakers pick up a vet, Mitch Richmond?
Yeah.
People that are, even though he didn't get a lot of playing time, that he was just hungry.
Yeah. He just wanted a chip.
Spurs did that with a lot of people. Glenn Robinson.
Sure.
Brought in T-Mac.
Sure.
You know, a lot of people did that. Clyde Drexler going to Houston.
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
huge at that time.
Yeah.
He wasn't leaving Portland ever.
Right.
Yeah.
You didn't think?
And he got hungry for that ring.
Yeah. Kept getting ousted by this guy. I mean, it's tough, man. I gotta realize.
He said he wasn't given a chance.
That's crazy to me, bro. You played significant minutes.
Are you sure?
Brother.
It's like, are you sure, bro?
But this is the thing that hurts me the most. Do you remember? And I forget who they were playing. I know they were at home. Forget who they were playing that night. They decided to put Russ off the ball. This was the first game I saw them put him off the ball. I don't think the dude had a turnover in the game and played extremely well. He actually played the best defense that I had saw him play up until that point in that ball game. I mean, did he go back and say, "Yo, Frank, man, I can't handle this dog"? And Frank just gave in? Like because that worked. It worked with him off the basketball. Even though he can't shoot a lick, it worked.
But I think that was probably Frank's plan, but they weren't letting him be him, even though it worked.
Gotcha.
Because I think if Kendrick Nunn wouldn't have been hurt, Kendrick Nunn would have been running point a lot.
Sure.
He would have had 30 plus minutes at the point guard spot.
No doubt.
And Russ would have had to be the 2 guard.
Had to.
The slashing 2 guard, not the shooting 2 guard.
Right, yeah, you slash, brother. Baseline. You baseline to baseline, G. Yeah, we're going to have you work the short corners.
But see, I brought that up Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, when Kendrick Nunn gets healthy, come back.
Yeah.
Let him run the point. I mean, if you're going to bring Westbrook back.
Right.
And let him play off the ball.
Yeah, man.
I mean, because you just said how good it worked.
Sure.
He didn't have any turnovers.
No.
Not saying that he's going to shoot lights out.
Right.
But he could slash, get to the basket.
Sure.
You know.
I don't think they're bringing him back because there are a lot of teams starting to emerge. It's like, yo, we need to sell tickets. So you're going to get a lot of those teams that don't sell tickets that are going to take MVP and a future Hall of Famer on that expiring contract.
Sure. Orlando, here he comes.
Orlando. The Indiana rumors look great. Malcolm Brogdon and who was it? Brogdon and Hield.
Oh yeah,
I'll do that. I'll do that
without
do that
even right now during the show. Hey,
do it right now.
Can we get Malcolm Brogdon? Yeah. Somebody that
takes care of the basketball. I think he's gone. Even saying that statement.
Yeah.
LeBron's not having that. Like, bro, what are you talking about? We didn't like, because that's on us too. You're saying we're the ones on the floor. That means we didn't let you be you either.
Sure. That's tough, and that's tough to for a dude like LeBron James, who historically we know him as an unselfish guy, right? How did probably one of the most unselfish superstars that's ever come through this league not let you be you? Like it's kind of like oxymoronic a little bit. Like somebody's lying. Like somebody's not telling.
Or somebody's not facing reality.
Yeah. Did you think you were going to be able to be 100% you with another you that's better on the same team?
Right.
You're the one that had to change.
Well, he's a lesser you that actually.
Yeah, you're the one that had to change, and you knew what team you're going to.
Sure.
I'm telling you, and I said this when KD left. I said the reason why KD left is because I've had enough of this dude.
Yeah. And now folks, hopefully, are starting coming to terms with that.
Why he left?
I think we all agree KD's one of the best clutch shooters of all time, right?
He's definitely for sure.
If we pick to say who would you want the ball, whose hands would you want the ball in at the end of the game, Russ or KD? We would all say KD easily. Yeah. Russ would not say that, and we saw that in OKC, where he took the last shot so many times, and KD's just sitting there like, why did you do that? Why are you trying to bank it off the backboard from 20 feet out to win the game?
Unreal stuff.
When you got KD on the team.
Yeah, and KD pretty much said why he left. He said, hey, I'm going to leave so this can be his team.
Yeah, so you can do that. Yeah. Make it happen. Oh,
I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm not going to do none of that.
I'm just going to step aside.
When they ask me, I'm going to say it's time for Russ to blossom and have his own team.
Time for him to do his thing, man. Yeah. Prove himself in this league. Look, man, we can go on and on and on about that, but we got a special guest tonight. He is the president and CEO of the Advancement of Blacks in Sports. Memorial Day weekend, the inaugural Advancement for Blacks in Sports conference and gala will be right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And your guys from Let the Ball Bounce have been invited to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful occasion, man. I can go on and on about this gentleman, and when you see him pop up on the screen, man, look, man, this dude fly. He fly, man. He fly.
Very dapper.
Very dapper,
very
man.
debonair.
Very, very debonair, man.
All that.
Yes, indeed, man. We have the one and only Mr. Gary Charles joining us via Skype, man. How are you this evening, sir?
What's up, fellas? I'm just trying to make it work.
That's right. Look, trying, I believe, is an understatement, sir. I'm looking at the lapel pin. I'm looking at the hat. The tie is what's getting it, though. If you look at the tie, it's drawing everything to it. I see you, brother. Excellent, man. I like to give men, especially black men, their just due.
Well dressed,
man. Sir. Well dressed, man. So how are things going with you, sir?
You know what, man? Life is always good in my world.
Yes, indeed.
So I have no complaints.
Absolutely, man. So, let's get started. How did you come up with, just from the very beginning of the Advancement of Black in Sports, how did you come up with the idea for this organization?
You know, it's tough because you have to start from somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
To give you a little bit on my background, I went to Cheney University.
Yes, sir.
Coach John Cheney from Temple was actually the basketball coach at the HBC school.
Yes.
And Vivian Sweeney was the women coach.
Mm-hmm.
So Coach Cheney used to stop class 5 minutes early just to teach you a life lesson.
Wow.
And I always stuck with me. So when I got out of school, the OGs in my town asked me to get involved in basketball and help the community.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me explain something to you about where I come from.
Yes.
I grew up in Roosevelt, Long Island.
Yes, indeed.
1 square mile town. Now, but here's the people I grew up with. I grew up with Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Lee from Public Enemy.
Yes.
Steve Mills, the former president of the Knicks.
Yes.
And Dr. J was a little older than us, all from Roosevelt.
Wow.
So there was a lot of jokes, a lot of knowledge, and everything else.
Yes.
So everything was helping me build who I became. Then I worked on Wall Street for 20 years, but that's not my claim to fame. Yeah. My claim to fame was that I helped Kobe Bryant get his first shoe deal. I coached a basketball program for over 30 years. I was the first person to get a contract from Sonny Vaccaro, who signed Michael to a shoe deal. Huge. And so when Sonny went with Adidas, I need a guy. I said, Kobe's the guy. Through all those years, I started to build relationships across the country because I had over 20 pros that went to my program. Yeah. Lamar Odom, Joe Kim Noah, Wally Urbiak, and just on and on. Yes. Lance Stevenson. So watching the George Floyd situation, it did something to my heart. I felt like I was watching a murder in front of my eyes.
Oh, no, you watched a murder. That's what you watched.
And at that point, I put a video out there that went viral. And as part of that video, I said, white people, I understand you're having a problem watching us, march. I understand you're uncomfortable with that. But understand as a black man, we're uncomfortable every day. I understand that no one should be burning any buildings down, but I wish your ancestors felt the same way about Black Wall Street. And I went on like that, and next thing I know, college coaches were calling me to get together. How do we come together? Because that's what I said. Say all of that, but how do we come together?
Absolutely.
And the next thing you know, every black coach in basketball, head coach, joined the organization. Wow. But the women did too, including Dawn Staley, Vivian Stringer, Joni Taylor, and on. Yes. But then we went out to other sports. So that's how the name Advancement of Blacks in Sports.
Nice.
Now, as far as the idea of doing this, I've had this idea for 15 years. I've always had an issue because of the way I was raised. I never looked at anyone being better than me. Sure. And I've said to myself, we don't need to have to wait for someone to validate who we are. We could do that ourselves. We need to honor us. So this idea was formed over 15 years ago, and here's the opportunity to make it happen.
Absolutely, man. Unbelievable stuff.
My question would be, how did you really come up with the idea of and the place of Las Vegas of having this event?
So I have been coming to Vegas since probably 1991. So Sonny used to run a basketball tournament called the Las Vegas Big Time Tournament.
Yes, indeed.
I was coming in 1991, but he started the name around 95, 96. Yep. In fact, Kobe played in it in the first one.
Yes, he did.
And my program lost in the championship that year, but LeBron played in it. Russell Westbrook, like you guys just talked about, played in it. Lamar played in it. Everybody came through there. Yep. So then when Sonny got out the business, then I started the Las Vegas Fab 48 tournament. Yep. And then a couple years ago, in honor of Sonny, I changed it to Las Vegas Big Time. So now I'm watching LeBron coming back, watching his son play. Yeah. Russell comes every year because he has a program. Yep. So I watch Melo comes because he's watching his son play. So my point that I'm making, guys, I've been coming to Vegas for so long. Yeah. I just thought it was the perfect spot to go ahead and make this happen.
Absolutely. We thank you for that.
Absolutely, man.
We thank you for that because we need a lot of more positive black things.
Yes, indeed.
A lot of people come here and want to know culturally what is here for black people. Yeah. And, my parents came here, well, my family, they came here in the early 50s. So we've been here since the 50s. I was born in 64, so they had been here for probably 10, 12 years before that. But, there's a lot of culture here. People don't understand that and we need to start advancing more cultural stuff here for black people.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I totally agree. So I'm looking here, man, and I was fortunate enough to participate, obviously, in the Adidas Big Time tournament. I started, as an 8th grader, all the way through high school playing in the Adidas Big Time tournament. And also the Adidas ABCD camp. Now, how did you come up with the idea for that?
So the ABCD camp, Sonny, that was Sonny's idea.
Okay.
And you have to understand, Sonny had started a Dapper Dan Classic back in the 70s, which was really the prelude to the McDonald's All-American game.
Sure.
Okay? So Sonny had decided to start a camp way back when for these kids. But then when I came along, I gave them the idea of moving into New Jersey. Because as I said to him, Sonny, if you move into New Jersey, you get the New York media. And by moving into New Jersey, you'll get the kids from New York. You'll get the kids from Jersey. And by getting those kids, that means the DC kids are going to want to come. The Connecticut, Boston, all those areas are going to want to come because as we all know, everyone wants to play against the best. Yeah. So if you go into that particular area and get the best, the rest will follow.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Wow, man. Go ahead.
So you say you grew up with Eddie Murphy. How was that family to be around?
I got to tell you something. So I've known Eddie since 6th grade.
Wow.
Eddie was always a clown. And I can remember a time when Eddie would imitate all these different people, even imitate you. And I cannot tell you how many times the words "shut the blank up" came out of my mouth. He just stayed with jokes. And he lived around the corner from me. So sometimes, he'd come by my house, I'll come out, and we'll walk to school. And all the way to school, I'm telling them to shut the blank up. When you go back and look, we just thought it was normal, right?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. He was hilarious or whatever. So when he became who he became, it was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, but we're all proud of him. But it was special. Just as special as it was with Chuck D.
Yeah.
That's huge right there.
Chuck. See, you have to understand, Chuck was a guy that wore glasses, mind his business, didn't say much. It's like, you a rapper, Chuck? and understand, we're talking about now the late 70s, okay, guys?
Yeah.
And he was part of a group, they were called Spectrum at the time. And they would come to the park every Sunday and play their music. It was the start of rap and scratching, but people were coming in from all over the New York area to be at the park because the word got out.
Yeah.
So literally, you would have to walk sometimes 8 blocks just to get near the park because that was the place to be.
Wow. Yeah. I not too long ago bought a pair of Pumas that has "Fear of the Black Planet" written on the side, man. And it took me maybe 2 months to even take them out of the box and put them on my feet. I looked at them that hard, bro. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Unbelievable stuff. Now let's talk about the event itself, man. I mean, just what I've been reading up on about it. For this to be the inaugural event, it is star-studded, man. Let's talk about some of the people that will be here, man. More recently, an NCAA champion and a trailblazer in her own right, Miss Dawn Staley. What is she like as a person?
Let me say this to you. She is an unbelievable woman. When I call her, she just goes, "What do you need from me?"
Oh, man.
And after every game, if I text her and said, "Congratulations," she has texted me back, said, "Thank you. We're all in this together."
Wow.
That's good. That's just the type of person. When I first reached out to her and said, "Dawn, here's what we're doing." And she said, "Gary, I'm all in.
Wow.
Who do you need me to call?"
Wow.
So,
wow.
Okay, there's no faking her.
Absolutely.
What you see is what you get. She's awesome.
She old Philly girl, man.
Yeah.
To the heart.
Yeah.
Philly girl to the heart, man.
So when I told her what we were gonna do, she said, "Oh my God." Wow. And I didn't even tell her which award she was gonna get. I said, "Dawn, I'm gonna hold that." She said, "Come on, Gary, tell me. I can keep the secret." I said, "Nah, I'm gonna wait." But she's just so special. Wow. She really is.
Wow. Unbelievable.
It's amazing how greatness follows a great person. You know,
man.
And to be selfless like that, you can tell when she do interviews. You can tell, You know, how her girls are to her. You can just tell her selflessness is just like lotion.
It's contagious, man.
You know,
it's contagious.
It's
bro.
just lotioned in on everybody.
And those girls run through a brick wall for her.
Yeah.
And they want to play hard for her.
You know what, guys? As you know, real recognize real.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like Shaheen Holloway from St. Peter's now at C4.
Yes.
Proud of that, brother. I've known Shah since he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
And as he was going through his process after every game, he would call me. And he would be like, OG, what do you think?
Wow.
What should I be doing next? Like, he doesn't think of that he's gotten to where he needs to be. He wants to continue to grow.
Wow.
And so he respects the OGs, he respects the process, and he calls me every single day.
Wow.
You know, trying to soak knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's on. Okay. And so you recognize the greatness. I recognize the greatness in him a long time ago.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean when I say this idea was being formed a long time ago, because what people didn't know is you may not think I'm watching you, but I was watching you.
That's right.
Okay. So I've been keeping tab and formulating all these ideas in my head for a long time. So now it was just a great storm, and people were ready to do something. Because you know what? We've been chained up, so to speak, for 400 years. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
It's time we make some moves. It's time for us to start to understand the power that we have.
Got that right.
And that's where I come in. And the fact that I had known so many people for so long, there was a trust factor in that.
Yes, sir.
So when I said, let's make this thing happen, it was easy for people to say, let's go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And with something like this that's on such a grand scale, there has to be a trust factor, right? I mean, as long as you've been in the game and been doing what you've been doing, relationships cultivate over that time. And when people get to see you live in action and get to judge for themselves who you are as a person, well, there's your validation right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't have to hear it from anyone else. They see it for themselves with their own two eyes, and they're able to make their validation right there at that point.
You know, guys, how it feels to know that you grew up in the same town with Dr. J.
That's crazy.
Now to be able to say, hey, Dr. J, we're going to give you the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow.
That's special.
Unbelievable stuff.
When I called Jackie Jordan Kersey, she was thanking me.
Wow.
Jackie Jordan Kersey.
Wow.
And she was humble.
Yeah.
About all of this. And it goes back to something that I keep saying to everyone, right? It's the hidden figures. People have gotten the things that as blacks that we have done because they control the narrative. Now it's time for us to do it.
Tell people all the time.
Like our Black ESPY Award that's going to happen every year. So we can have people that say, oh, I didn't know this.
Right.
That's right. We're telling you. Think about this, guys. Think about what John Carlos and Tommy Smith did.
Oh, my.
Most people, do you know who John Carlos and Tommy Smith are? They go, no.
Yeah.
But when I raised my fist,
they
go, oh, that's them?
Yeah.
I said, exactly right.
Wow.
It's special to give them the Social Activist Award, to name that award after them. But think about that. See, you guys are a little young, all right? But I was around.
Well, I am. I'm a little young.
I'm 57, so I've been around for a while.
I do my homework though. I do my homework.
There you go. So think about that. Hey, what did we have back then, Bill? 4 channels?
Yeah.
So I remember watching that.
Yeah.
I remember watching them saying, whoa, what's going on here?
Man.
I was young, but I was old enough to recognize this was something special was happening when they did that.
Sure.
So, and you know what? And they paid the price for it.
Oh, yes, they did.
They paid the price for it.
Ultimate.
So we're able to honor them in this special way. Come on.
Well, you have, let's take that a step further. You had a lot of people back then, us, vilifying them for doing that.
Sure.
There you go.
Because they was like, man, and you go to 2016.
Oh, wow.
A lot of black people hated what Colin Kaepernick did.
Sure.
Do you know what I told people?
Sure.
Why did we hate Colin Kaepernick? Why did we back him up?
Right.
You know what? Bill, you also remember that Muhammad Ali was also vilified.
Yeah.
Sure.
People were killing him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now he's considered the greatest.
Yeah.
And this is why I tell people all the time, just because someone has the loudest voice in the room does not mean that they're right.
Come on now.
We got to turn around and understand what the right thing is.
Yeah.
And even if you're standing alone, we have to do it.
Yeah.
You have the situation now where we have the NIL. I can remember when Sonny and I were telling them for 20 years, this is wrong. This is wrong what you're doing to these college kids. And we were getting killed over it.
Wow.
Everyone is saying that they love it.
Wow.
God, I can tell you about 20 of these people on TV now saying they loved it.
Yeah.
We're killing it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've talked about it. We've talked about that very thing, man, with the name and likeness issue right here at this desk right here. And I've said it 100 times, and here's 101. The NCAA is the biggest nonprofit conglomerate you can name. They are snakes in the grass.
Yes.
I will go to my grave saying this. The NC2A has gotten over on these kids for years. And for them not to, and they'll say, well, they get scholarships, they get to go to school for free. Well, they're working. They're working for that. They're not just going to school. They're working.
Hey, Goose, you know what? Keep picking my cotton. Well, wait a minute. I'm putting a hook on your head.
Come on
What's
now.
the problem?
Come on now. Come on now. It's the same concept.
And they're trying to tell us that's not true. No.
Wow.
Don't insult my intelligence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please don't insult me.
Billions of dollars off these kids.
Billions.
And guys, understand this. We produce the oil.
Yes, sir.
And we're giving it away. It's time for us to stop.
Come on now.
Now, let me give you a stat, and this is, again, part of why we're doing this gala. 90% of the NFL starters are black.
Yes.
95% of the NBA starters are black.
Yes.
90% of the Power Division I football and basketball are black.
Wow.
Now, let me give you our hashtag with ABIS. Do you see what we see? Okay, so you know what? We're going to start to honor us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is what this gala is all about. And there's no place better than to do it in Las Vegas.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yes.
Something like this. And I've often thought about what would it be like to just honor blacks in sports. I'll take it a step further. What would it be like if there were no blacks in sports? Boring.
Ooh.
Boring. This is coming from our Caucasian program director. Boring is what he said. Boring. There would be no reason to tune in. Let's be honest about this thing.
Hey, dude, you're not bragging, man.
No,
that's
just what it is.
Yeah.
That's just what it
You're
is.
just giving out facts.
That's what it
That's
is.
all it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep.
All right. So now, by changing the narrative and by doing this show, everyone can start being in tune. Because let me tell you something, okay, guys? Most people don't know anything about Black Wall Street. They just don't know. Now, I gotta tell you this. I was 16 years old before I found out that Elizabeth Taylor was not Cleopatra.
Come on now.
Okay? All right? Okay? So the thing is, you don't know what you don't know. Let's make sure they know now.
Yes, that's it.
So when we turn around and say, hey, Jamil Hill, we're going to give you the William Roden Sports Media Award. We're acknowledging you. We see you.
Heart.
Yeah.
We know what time it is.
Bless our heart, man.
We understand that. And that's what we're doing here. Now, conversely, guys, we also have to recognize our allies.
Absolutely. No question.
This is why Sonny Vaccaro is being named the Champion of Change Award after Sonny Vaccaro.
Yes, indeed.
And guess who gets that, guys? Guess who gets that? I'm going to tell you why, too. Coach Brian Flores is getting that.
Yes, indeed, man. Shout out, man. Coach Brian Flores, man.
After what he just did?
Yes.
Coach.
Huge.
We're not doing a Colin Kaepernick on you.
Huge.
We're here with you.
We here.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, we're here with you. Okay?
Yeah.
Those are the things that we're doing. And this thing's just going to continue to keep growing.
Wow.
I mean, and I've said that from day one with the Colin Kaepernick thing. I was like, bro, these black players don't know how much power they have.
Yeah. They got
if
all
they
of it.
stand with him,
They got it all.
There you go.
If they stood with him,
they got it all.
I mean, they let him down. They really messed up a great moment that could have happened for black athletes.
Sure, I agree.
In every sport.
I agree.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Wow.
And it's about coming together. We're hoping that black love is seen, and people will start to understand.
Yes.
And again, we're not trying to take over, guys. We just asking for
no. Just want a little peace. Just want a peace.
Now, let me tell you a story. When I was in high school, I left Roosevelt after 9th grade because there was another school with better education, so on. So my mom took me there. All white school, 99% white.
Wow.
Now, a couple guys, black, we joined the basketball team, right? Which was mostly white. Now we had to, try to figure out, man, listen to this music, listen to other things. But guess what? In 3 months, we were all acclimated.
Wow.
We were listening to each other's music. We were sitting in a cafeteria talking together. We had each other back. So you mean to tell me, after 100 years, these football owners still don't understand us? Still can't give us a chance? So we can get acclimated to them in 3 months.
Yeah.
But 100 years later, they can't get acclimated to us?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff, man. Look, I feel like I'm just like replaying all the conversations we've had here on this show, man. And if you're just tuning in, man, Mr. Gary Charles, man, advancement of blacks in sports is with us right now on the line, man. This is tremendous. I don't think people realize just how monumental this event is. For it to come here, which historically Las Vegas is known as a racist city from the very, very beginning, from its inception. For it to be here and for us to spread, like you said, that black love here is just nothing short of amazing, brother. Nothing short of amazing, man.
No, well, you know what? With the help of you, with the help of Bill, with the help of other people like you guys, we're gonna make this thing happen. We're gonna make it special. We're gonna try to, plan on making this an annual thing. That's why we all have to do this together. And that's the other thing that we need to understand. We need to stop acting like crabs. You get what I'm saying about?
Come on now.
Help everyone.
Come on.
Because you know what? When one succeeds, we all succeed. Grab the next one.
Yes, indeed.
That's what we have to do.
Yes, indeed. Now another name, man, because I'm a baseball guy. Baseball is my first love. Billy, same man. We both baseball guys. Mr. Dusty Baker,
Johnny B,
is on the docket. Now, when I first saw that, I'm like, how is he gonna pull that off with Memorial Day being one of the biggest weekends in baseball? How is this man gonna pull this off?
So that one is interesting, right? Because when we called him, so he's on the video like this, right?
Sure.
And he had a little stick to the side of his mouth.
Yep, like he always do, the old toothpick. That's right.
Toothpick
That's right.
He said,
yes, sir.
Oh man, man, this is special.
Yeah.
He said, "Are you for real?"
Wow.
And I'm sitting there, man. This is Dusty Baker.
Come on, man.
But you know what I was seeing, guys? Honestly, I was seeing what blacks go through on a regular basis. That's what was coming out. And then he was like showing me like, thank you.
Wow.
Like, you know how long I've been waiting for this?
Wow.
So now going back to your question, he said, I could be playing at that time, right?
That's right.
Said, I know that. I said, I also know right now you guys on strike. So obviously when we talked, it was
Got you.
So we don't know. He said, will that be a problem? I said, Dusty, let me say this to you. No matter what, you earned this award.
Sure.
So if that means we have to do a video,
there you go.
Then that's what we're gonna do.
There you go.
Okay, this is your award.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, unbelievable, man. Yeah. Just the history. I'm just looking at the lineup and I just found out today that Shaq is gonna be there, and this is my favorite player of all time in any sport, Shaquille O'Neal, and just to see the history that will be in that room during that gala on Memorial Day weekend, man, I immediately got excited, man. Like just immediately.
I had to tell you a quick story about Shaq. So Nicky Fargas who is the president for the Las Vegas Aces,
yes,
his WNBA team.
Yes, indeed.
He's on our board. So Nikki went to Shaq and said, "Hey, Shaq, we want to give you the Economic and Sustainability Award." But you know what Shaq said? Name it after me.
Typical Shaq.
Sounds like Shaq.
Sounds about right.
That sound like Shaq?
Sounds about right, brother.
So Nikki called me up and said, "Gary, I had to make an executive decision." I said, "You made the right one."
There it is. There it is. Wow, man.
But how about that? But that's what he said.
Unbelievable.
So that's love.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We definitely look forward to talking with her, man, with the rise of, the WNBA. And we talk about it often, how women in sports in general, not just in basketball, but women in sports in general, need to get their just due. And I get upset sometimes, well, all the time, when I see males trying to portray females and going into their arenas, taking that shine away from them. This is what upsets me, because you have so many women that work tirelessly at their craft, whatever it may be, whatever the craft is, they work tirelessly at it, gain a scholarship only for it to be taken by someone portraying their gender. It upsets me, Gary.
You know what? Out of my 4 kids, 3 of them are young ladies.
Yes.
And I have told every single one of them, don't ever let anyone make you feel like you're less than.
Come on, man.
And that's just the way I was raised, and that's the way I'm going to continue to tell women. So I will say to you all this. In our organization, ABIS,
yes,
as men, we come up with a lot of ideas, but the women execute them.
There it is.
So we have a lot of AKs and a couple of Deltas on there.
Okay, shout out Greek Love.
They go back and forth to each other.
Of course they do. Naturally they do, right?
Okay, so I am all in with the women.
Yes, indeed.
And because you couldn't have said any better. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Allow them to get their just due, because I'm saying this. In my world, I've always felt that Black women have gotten the worst of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, it's been tough for us as Black men, but these women, man, I mean, they get to the bottom of it.
Sure.
I think they're the strongest people around.
I agree.
That's
100%. 100%.
So to give them the opportunity to be able to shine, man, it's
like
humbling to me.
It's nothing like it.
It's very humbling, and that's why I want to make sure that people know. And that's part of the reason why our female athlete of the year, Anna Conquell.
Yes.
Okay, that's her.
Yes.
Right? Those things are important to me.
USC, correct? She went to USC? She's a USC track and field athlete, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed.
But like I tell everybody, we can't honor all of you in one year.
Right. Got to spread the love. Got to spread it out a little bit, man.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, because you look at Title IX. Title IX was created, specifically for women to have equal opportunity in sports.
Yep.
From every level.
Yes.
From playing to being in the front office.
Yeah. Sure.
So, like you said, when you start opening that up to this gender, it's kind of a slap.
It's
in the face.
Full slap. It's not kind of. It's a full slap
to what was created by the women.
Sure.
These women, not Title IX.
Yeah. It's a full slap.
Yeah.
It's a full slap. No question.
You know what? And this is why though we have to continue to talk about this, because what ends up happening, guys, is that we've been brainwashed about a lot of things. It's like sometimes when I hear people say to other people, "Well, go back to your country," I'm like, well, you need to go back.
Wow.
The only one that do the Indians. So what you really believe this is yours? It wasn't yours. And I'm real careful, not careful. I'm real blatant about saying it, to everyone. So now I come back to the women, and when you treat these women less than, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Because that's how you look at my mom, your mom, and so on.
Man.
And we all know how strong our mothers are.
Absolutely.
How strong these Black women are. So it's up to us to have to continue to keep talking about it and change the narrative.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about the event itself. I know the gala is happening, and that's the big crescendo. But from my understanding, there's a few breakout sessions. Some financial literacy stuff going on. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think what's important about that, guys, is that you don't know what you don't know. Mm-hmm. And we are trying to teach the collegiate athletes what's the interest rate, what's the credit rate.
Yes.
How do you get a mortgage? Okay, because we don't know that.
Right.
So I think it's important that we have these type of forms, so people can start to understand and people can start getting educated. So this is really, really big. And it's amazing how many sponsors have said, oh my God, you're doing that. Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to bring in some key people to be part of that. As a matter of fact, I'm putting it on the radio, so if he's listening, you better do it. We're in discussion now trying to get Randall Cunningham to participate on one of the panels. Okay, to discuss the things that he went through, like victory under pressure.
Yes.
Okay, so the financial coaching is a major thing, because you know why, guys? After these guys retire, 4.5 years later, they're broke. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we need to start teaching them how to save money. And I tell people this all the time. It's not about the amount of money you make. It's about the money you keep.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Come on.
All right, because a lot of these guys take this money and they just throw it away.
Yeah.
All right, so it's up to us to start teaching them.
Yeah.
No, here's what you need to do. Here's how you invest. Mm-hmm. Here's how much you keep. Yeah. All those things. So we have to do these seminars. Yeah. It's important. It's only the right thing to do.
Absolutely, man. You're listening to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio, man. It's your guy, Goose Thomas, man. I got Bill Blockham Logan, man. Shout out Dre Bailey in the building. He will definitely be with us, man, for this wonderful event, man. Shout out Quan 59 on the boards, as always, man. Everybody in the chat, everybody watching on YouTube Live, we appreciate everybody right now, man.
Yes.
We got, oh, man, this is special, bro. Mm-hmm. This is truly special, man. Mr. Gary Charles here with us, man, from the Advancement of Blacks in Sports with its inaugural gala coming right here to Las Vegas Memorial Day weekend.
And it's going to grow from there.
It's going to grow. Like, for this to be the first one, though, and to have these names on this slate that I've seen, I mean, it can only go up from here.
Yeah.
Like, it can't, like, I mean, you hit the crescendo on year one.
Yeah.
Hey,
unbelievable.
You know I need it. Hey, Bill, I'm gonna forget that you have a cowboy hat on.
Get him, Gary. Get him.
We're gonna need you, man. All right? We're gonna need you. We need you, cowboy and all.
Yeah.
No, you guys are right. It can only grow.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was on a podcast with Jason Richardson.
Shout out,
and we were talking about this. And Jason's son is top 25 player in the country right now in his class. Goes to Bishop Gorman.
Yep.
So they were both on the podcast with me, and I said, "Hey, I can't wait to see you."
Yeah.
Out there. He said, "No, I'll be at that gala."
Yeah, you go.
Yes, at that gala. He said, "Wow, this is special," and I hope everyone feels it the same way you guys are.
Man.
Are doing this. So with your help, hopefully we could keep letting the world know exactly what's going on here. Like, guys, you know what? This will become our Essence Festival.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to remember one day, like, man, I was on your show.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So that's what this is all about.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Look, man, the Essence Festival of Sports right here, bro.
Beautiful thing.
A beautiful thing, man.
Yes.
I ain't been to the Essence Festival yet, but I'm going to the Essence Festival of Sports, though.
Oh, hey.
I'll be there. Yeah, man.
I think that one is a little bit more important.
I think it's a lot more important and a lot more informative. Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. Well, look, Mr. Charles, man, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything that you would like to add in reference to this special event that's going on here Memorial Day weekend?
You know what, guys? You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's an army to make something like this happen. So
that's right.
I think it's important for me to say thank you to Rhonda Caldwell, our fan planning, putting this together, but also the sponsors who believe in us. Like JP Morgan, Chase, and Gatorade, and some of these other sponsors that's going to be part of this. Okay, so shout out to all of them, and thank you for believing in this opportunity.
Yes, indeed, man. Definitely want to give a shout out to GoUrbanVegas.com, man. Devin Moore working tirelessly to make sure this goes exceptionally well on the Vegas end, man. Childhood friend of mine and a great businessman, a great partner, man. Good dude right there, man. Shout out Devin Moore for introducing us this way, man. Just phenomenal stuff, man. I'm excited. We're excited.
Yes.
As a radio show, man, to be a part of this. I don't think it really gets much better than this, man. It really doesn't, man.
No.
I can't think of a lot of events that I've attended with this much meaning to it. With what's going on, with the exact thing that's going on, which is blacks in sports, honoring those that the reason why people buy tickets, let's be honest, the reason why tickets are bought and butts sit in seats at home, this is the reason right here. And it's time that we universally recognize that from all walks of life, everybody.
And not only that, we're honoring what they do off the court.
Yes.
Off the football field.
Yes.
Off the, there are other endeavors that they pour into just as much as they pour into their craft. Their craft.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think that's even more than, butts in the seats.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. We love that. Everybody loves to get entertained.
Absolutely.
But when you see the roots of what these people are, it, like you said, you like, wow,
unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's it, and then you start understanding what this whole gala is all about.
Absolutely.
Bill, thank you for saying that, Bill, because you're absolutely right, and that's why like a guy like Albert King is going to get the Shaquille O'Neal Economic Sustainability Award, because he owns 3 Wendy's in the black community, and is hiring us. Okay, so he needs to be acknowledged for those things. So thank you, Bill, because you're right. But the other thing I do want to say is, get a ticket.
Yes.
Go to weareabis.org. I'm going to say it again. weareabis.org. All the information is on there, and looking forward to seeing you, and we'll keep the door open.
Yes, indeed, man. Mr. Charles, man, we greatly appreciate you for your time.
We appreciate you, sir.
Your effort into this great event, and your time and effort into everything that you do, because your resume is impeccable, brother. That is a resume for the ages right there, man. So we thank you for being you and doing what you have done over the years, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're doing what you're doing, okay? We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Mr. Gary Charles right there, man. ABIS. It's going to be a crazy event, y'all.
Yeah.
I've posted the flyer in and out of the group. So those that are inside of the group, I posted it earlier today, as a matter of fact. So scroll back down and take a look at what's really going on right here in the city, man. And for those
get the tickets too.
Get the tickets.
Come to the gala.
Pull up. Spend a little change on something that's meaningful, that you're gonna get something from. Because I know y'all spending that money on them J's that's hidden, on them dunks that's hidden. I know, because I done paid for a couple pair myself, and they cost about as much as this ticket gonna cost. But at least I'll leave with something.
Yeah. And the support.
Oh man.
The support is even much more than anything. Just support this grand event that's gonna happen.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. Thank you again to ABIS. Thank you again to Mr. Gary Charles. Thank you again, Mr. Devin Moore. You are tuned in to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk right here. Gorilla Cross Radio in the building, man. Download the Gorilla Cross app to your phone or tablet right now. Get us live every Tuesday, 6 p.m., and every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Coast time. We go live on YouTube. Subscribe to Gorilla Cross on YouTube, and you will be notified every time we go live. We go live on Facebook, and it's just a beautiful thing, man. To be a part of this inaugural event, man. Yeah. I can't stop talking about this, man. Yeah. I will be getting a new suit for this event. No old suits will be worn to this event.
New suit.
It's going to be a new suit. Yeah, it's going to be a new one. Yeah, it's going to be a new one. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. Yeah, new suit, man. Yeah. Look, I'm going bow tie with it, man.
Okay.
What?
What you say?
What? Bow tie that thing.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. Oh, man. Y'all, crazy. Crazy. Unbelievable stuff, man. Little baseball. Of course, we are just a week into the 2022 season. And my Braves got mollywopped last night. And I stood through it. Billy. It was hard, though, Billy. But we got swept up on last night. Shout out our guy, man, DB's Banks, man. He is an original Expos fan. And for those that don't know, the Expos organization is now the Washington Nationals. So we kind of had some back and forth friendly banter there, man. But
old Tim Raines.
Old Tim Raines, man. What?
Probably one of the most Andre Dawson.
Yes, one of the most underrated hitters, bro. Tim Raines, bro. Top 3 hitters of all time. Your top 3 just hitters, not home run hitters, not power hitters, hitters.
Rod Carew.
Ooh.
Pete Rose.
Okay, gotta have Petey.
My third. Ooh.
That's tough.
The
bro.
third
That's
one.
Tough.
The third one.
So many great hitters, Billy. So many.
You know what? I'm going to go with the greatest leadoff hitter of all time.
Rick Henderson. I'm with you. I'll rock with you there. Pete. Tony Gwynn. Edgar Martinez. Very, very underrated hitter, bro. And for a honorable mention, give me Wade Boggs.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Tough.
Okay.
Tough.
Okay.
Tough. Wadey Boggs, man. Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, man. Look, see, we when we can have conversations like this, it just speaks to the level of baseball, man, that we really enjoy, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff, man. Yes, indeed, man. Again, man, we appreciate everybody chiming in on the live feed, man. Everybody that's on YouTube Live, everybody listening to us on the Gorilla Cross app, man. Thank you so very much, man. Again, man, we want to thank Mr. Gary Charles for his time and his effort into this grand event that's happening next month, man. It's gonna be insane, man. My Bravos look like they'll get the win tonight, man, to even things back up in that 3-game series, man, with the Washington Nationals. And then we go on the road. Guess where we going, Billy? Guess where we going first, Billy?
L.A.
We coming to L.A., man.
Yeah.
We coming in vague, man. We coming down, man. We
pull up.
We coming to pull up,
pull
man.
Up.
It's gonna be a great. Yeah. It's gonna be a great series.
I mean, you know,
man. Yes, indeed.
We owe y'all something.
A little bit. Y'all might.
It's not going to be meaningful, but we need to
get some get back.
Get some get back.
That's right. Yeah, we go to L.A. for 3, I believe, and then go across the freeway an hour away, man, to down to San Diego for 3 more, man. So it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good stuff, man. Like I said, man, early in the season, man, I'm one of the few people that I know that actually watch regular season baseball games just because I love the sport so much. Like, and watching my team just makes it, you know what I'm saying, that much more, worthwhile. But I know people don't really start getting into it, man, to the dog days of summer when basketball is over with, and that's when people kind of tune in. But I mean, we already 80 plus games in by then. By the time y'all catch up, we 80 plus in, man. Yeah. Before All-Star break. So, but yeah, man, baseball is here, obviously. And again, man, this play-in tournament, switching over to basketball, switching over to the NBA. The Nets move on, and they will be playing Boston or Miami. Boston. They will be playing Boston in the first round, which will be a very, very interesting series. Now, Boston has been hot over the last 2 months, basically since All-Star break. They've been extremely hot. Especially defensively. Yeah. Them and the Miami Heat, I think, are the two best right now, currently, the two best defensive teams in the National Basketball Association. You could throw Phoenix in there as well. They defend very, very well. What do you see happening in the Eastern Conference? Who do you like more than anybody out of the 8 that'll be established? It's tough, man. The East is highly contested, bro.
I think the East is more wide open than we can than we really would think.
Okay.
Now you would say Milwaukee,
of course,
because
defending champs. You have to give them their due.
Milwaukee, and they haven't skipped a beat.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
They're still.
What, they sitting in 4th right now?
Yeah.
4th. I think they're sitting in the 4th spot right now. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And I don't think with them seeding matters.
Nah, they don't care. They don't care about that.
They still have Giannis.
Sure.
They have
the 3rd. Okay.
Yeah.
So there'll be a 3-6 matchup.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They should sweep Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago can't beat any good teams.
I mean, you got problems.
Sure.
You look at Milwaukee.
Yeah.
They have problems.
Yeah. They got real live issues up and down their roster for sure.
Yeah. Chicago, you just gonna exploit them
problems. Yeah.
Good season.
Great season. We sat right here and said that they would, bust the bracket. They would end up in the playoffs, and they replaced somebody.
I mean,
they had a better season than the Nets did. Now, granted, the Nets went through what they went through, but I don't think we're gonna sit here and say with a straight face that the Chicago Bulls are better than the Nets. No. We're not going to do that.
No,
we're not going to do that. No. So they had a better year than the Brooklyn Nets did.
Mm-hmm. They did.
But it may come to an end real soon.
If Lonzo Ball can stay healthy,
I'm not
then
sure, brother.
Then that's another issue.
That's tough.
It seems like that's a
thing.
AD issue with him.
Yes, they have the exact same problem. Can't stay healthy.
I mean, AD's injuries was a little more legit.
Probably. Especially the ankle. Definitely the ankle.
Yes.
You can have a debate about the other ones. The ankle, I mean, we all saw that. The world saw that. Like, it was a bad sprain.
Yeah, but that knee was worse.
Yeah.
Because he got rolled into for no reason. That dude didn't have to do that stupid play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to me, I'd rather have my ankle hurt because those are recoverable.
Sure. No
and you
doubt.
can play on a hurt ankle if you really
no
need
doubt.
to.
When
but
AD,
a knee, nah, man.
Yeah, knee. That's
AD
tough.
came back because he had all those leg injuries.
Yeah.
He balled.
Sure. He was balling.
But you could tell he was laboring because he wasn't really able to really get the conditioning in that he really needed.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And he still balled out.
Sure.
He still got his numbers.
Yeah.
20, 25, 26,
whatever it was,
and 11, 12 rebounds,
Right.
So, I know conditioning is going to be a real, real big thing with him this year, so he can come back in real good shape.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
But I think, but to your question, I think Milwaukee is still, they're still the favorite.
I'm looking at the first round.
Miami's gonna have problems with him.
Yeah. Miami is look.
Huh?
With Miami's gonna have problems with who?
Milwaukee.
Oh,
when they eventually play. Oh, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
That's just like last year.
It's gonna be highly contested.
Yeah, just like last year.
It's gonna be a great series.
They most likely have either Cleveland, Atlanta, or Charlotte in the first round, which that's a win for.
Well, I might be jumping ahead a little bit. I'm thinking.
You're thinking
second round.
Right. Or even Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah.
That would be the second round, I believe, if they played Milwaukee.
Who, Miami?
Miami and Milwaukee would play in the second round.
That would be great, bro. Wow, that'd be very intriguing.
Because Boston got the 2.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a very, very intriguing matchup, bro.
Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly all had the same record to end the season, only 2 games behind Miami.
Wow.
So top 4 teams were only 2 games apart. You don't really ever see that in either conference.
Mm-hmm. So that first round matchup, is it Philly and Toronto?
Philly and Toronto. Philly with home court. Thibault missing at least 2 games.
I think
maybe 3.
I think Toronto beats Philly, bro. I really believe that.
I hope not, because that would mean Doc Rivers is a coaching candidate for the Lakers, and I do not want to see that. I want to see Philly go very far.
Yeah, but I just got to be honest, bro. Especially
James
with
Harden
Thibault being
in the
out,
first round, bro.
Especially with Thibault being out, like I had it going 7 with Toronto winning with Thibault. If he can't play, it's gonna be tough, G.
Goose.
It's gonna be tough on them, Billy.
That can't happen. I'm telling you right now.
You let James Harden lose in the first round.
But
Joel Embiid, the MVP.
Come on, dog.
Doc Rivers, one of the greatest
way
coaches
out of New
all
Jersey.
time.
I mean, out of Brooklyn.
Hey, man.
If that happens,
bruh.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes things happen, Billy.
Oh yeah.
But
that cannot.
Look, you going in with your bona fide third option that can't play if it goes 7 in 3 of the games. That's just saying if it goes 7, and don't let Toronto get the first game in Philly. Oh Lord, have mercy. Do you know what the
to quote?
That's a must-win game.
Philly has to win game 1.
If you've ever seen The Godfather.
Yes.
I'm quoting Michael Corleone. That is an impossibility that can never happen. I'm telling you. If that happens, Goose, oh my gosh.
Wee.
Then all these stories came out how he was beefing with Kyrie and KD.
Come on, bro.
And he loses.
But this is something that.
And then it's Ben Simmons' fault for last year, or do we look at Ben Simmons a little different? If you lose in the first round, you got to take a lot back what you said about Ben Simmons last year.
Come on, G.
But you think it's going to happen?
Brother, yeah, I do. I don't want to think like this, though. This is the cold part. I don't want to think this. But
I mean, they're NBA champions 3 years ago. Toronto's NBA champions, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna
Pascal Siakam is playing outside of his brain right now.
Yes.
Guys. He's playing outside his mind.
But we might see Joel Embiid play out of his mind in this series too.
I don't expect nothing less.
He might do 40 and
look. I don't expect nothing less from Joel Embiid.
He needs to.
Yes.
He has to.
40 and 15 for the series.
He has to average that.
It might still lose.
And might still lose.
That hurts even thinking about that, bro.
Man.
For the Philadelphia 76er fans. Not me, because I'm a Laker fan.
Bruh.
I'm already hurting.
Oh yeah. I'm damaged.
You fine?
I'm damaged goods.
You know what I hate? Being out this early, because Laker rumors are the most rumored team ever.
Oh yeah, no question.
So right away you already start hearing everything and every candidate and every trade option. Everybody wants to come and everybody doesn't want to come. And so now we have to hear that for a longer period of time.
So you have LeBron fans and they're saying, what did you Laker fans expect? I said, well, let me tell you what I expected when we signed LeBron. I expected what he did in Miami when he went back to Cleveland. That's what I expected.
Yeah, rally the troops.
I thought that we were going to make the playoffs every year, make deep runs in the playoffs.
Sure.
We won a championship.
Sure.
That's what I expected.
No doubt.
You know, I didn't expect what happened this year.
No. I mean, looking at the roster, you just don't expect that. I don't care how old they are. Just looking at that roster, you don't expect that.
No.
That?
No.
No. 7th, 8th seed, but making the playoffs at least.
Yes.
You don't expect 12 games under 500, though. You don't expect getting blown out by 30 on some nights.
Since the narrative is he makes his team better, he makes everybody around him better.
Yeah.
My thing is, that's what I expected.
Sure.
But that's not always true, so I don't like that narrative because there's
I agree with
some
you.
players he does, but he hasn't made everyone better. There's a lot of players that got worse playing with him. Kevin Love didn't look better playing with LeBron. He didn't look like he was playing the role he had. He didn't look the same.
Yeah, his
Chris Bosh didn't really look the same. He had to take a lot out of his game to fit in.
He had to scale back because, of course, he was the bona fide third option on the team. But even with that, though,
but his whole game changed. Like he's at the 3-point line. Why?
But he still averaged like 17, 18 a game, though. Still,
yeah.
Coming from a Toronto team where he had to pretty much
like
be 1 through 5.
a game.
He's averaging 25, 26 with them. So it's. I mean, while you're correct in that, like I think we got to look at the layout.
He'll make
as
Booby, what's his name?
Gibson.
Booby Gibson better.
Booby Gibson. That's funny, man.
Booby.
But those were 60-win ball clubs.
Hey.
Yeah. Yes. Top 5 defensively too. Them Cleveland teams. A lot of people don't even realize that. When Mike Brown coached them, bro, they were top 5 defensively.
But
take away the injuries. Give LeBron and 80, 70 games each, 73 games each. Lakers are probably a 6 seed.
Yes.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
They still would have underachieved what we expected to be top 3.
No doubt.
But they still would have been a 5 or 6 easy.
Yeah. So
that's a lot of missed games.
They only played 21 games together.
They underachieved, but there was a lot of missed games.
10 and 11 was the record.
And I think I heard a stat today that they had the most they gave
starting
up
lineups.
No.
That too. They had 33 different starting lineups.
But they had the most leads given up.
Oh yeah, they did a whole lot of that.
20-point leads.
They did a whole lot of that to bad teams.
It wasn't even good teams. It was OKC twice, Houston.
Jeez, and that was early in the season too when that happened.
That was with AD still.
With AD.
We were about 26 and lost with AD and Russ.
Come on, bro.
LeBron wasn't playing.
Come on, bro. Something's got to give.
Yeah. Come on. That can't happen.
That cannot happen.
And that's why all the people being mad that Vogel was fired. Like, the adjustments weren't, like, you didn't bring the best out of these guys, so you had to go.
But, look, I played for a gentleman by the name of Winton Blue. Shout out my OG, man, Winton Blue. This AAU, we talking 8th grade. Now, we had a collection of some of the best 8th graders in the city, right? From various schools, but we all came together. We all grew up together. A lot of the times, Winton Blue wouldn't have to coach us. We looked at each other and said, dog, we going to win this game or not? Sometimes, especially as a pro, you got to look at each other and say, hey, man, we going to win this game or no? And a lot of the times I felt watching Laker basketball this year, not only did they not say that to each other, they didn't even look at one another.
I saw the same thing. I mean,
that's what I saw a lot of the times, bro.
Like I said, I seen from the first 2 games of the season, I saw something wasn't right with the chemistry of that team when they lost to Golden State and when they lost to Phoenix. I was like, okay, the way they lost these 2 games is not promising.
Yeah.
For the rest of the season.
Sure. I tried to keep my cup half full, brother.
And yeah,
I really did.
It's
I
early.
tried to,
It's
man.
early.
It's early.
It's early.
Tried,
so
man.
you don't go off the deep end too much.
Sure.
But that was a precursor, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a
How's
precursor.
Rob Pelinka still have a job though?
Yes.
Good question.
Most of those people he signed, do you realize Ariza, Bazemore, like all these old people he signed, guess who used to be their agent?
Him.
Rob Pelinka.
Wow.
Guess who he's trying to hire? Who he tried to hire as coach before, and who he's trying to hire again? His former teammate at Michigan, which I wouldn't mind Juwan Howard. I like him, but Rob Pelinka has personal agendas.
Sure. And you can't
just does some weird
business.
stuff. And guess what? He's been a failure as a GM to me. Yeah, you got LeBron there, but Magic did that.
Yeah, that was the magic effect. That was the magic effect. That had nothing to do with Rob Pelinka.
No.
We have to
You
admit that.
helped orchestrate the AD trade, but anybody could have done that really with the pieces we had. We had good young pieces and a lot of draft picks.
Especially with him just completely wanting out anyway, and with the Pelicans saving a ton of money. They were going to do that in that instance. That wasn't a
but with the season like this, you can't blame just one person. You can't just be like it's the coach.
Plenty to go around.
It's like it's the coach. It's a lot of players, but the people you got to let go and get out of there are the GM and the coach because I feel like he's failed.
Yeah.
Well,
and the genie's keeping him around because of Kobe and stuff like that.
And that's
like,
what I was gonna say. Is this the Kobe effect?
That's cool, but if you want to do that, hire Vanessa. She could do a better job.
Sure.
And she would look better doing it.
You look at that whole upper management thing.
Sure.
It's laughable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying Kurt Rambis doesn't have some basketball knowledge.
He does.
But what does Linda Rambis have?
Yeah, what is Linda?
The pants.
Linda.
Wearing the pants in that relationship.
What does Linda Rambis?
Why are you in these meetings, Linda?
Why?
That makes no sense to me, bro. Why are you in these meetings, Linda?
That should be a bona fide basketball mind in there.
Give me James Worthy. You can switch James Worthy out with Kurt Rambis and have him go to the studio and do the halftime show.
Hey, you can bring that girl.
You
from,
can bring
from
Stu
Houston.
Lance in there. I'll take Stu.
I'll take Stu. You're absolutely right.
Stu, come on in here, man.
Come on, man.
Stu don't want
Let's
to.
talk about something, dog. Let's talk about something, dog.
In.
Please,
Linda
let's talk about
out.
something. Please. Please.
I wouldn't even mind Kurt as long as Linda wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeez.
You know,
give me Michael Thompson.
Yeah, Kurt.
Michael Thompson come in.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
I love when they commentate on the radio when I listen to the games on the radio.
Yeah, man. I mean, there should be bona fide basketball minds in there.
True story. True story. Absolutely, man. Moving on to the West. Speaking of, I think it is the Suns' conference to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
I think you're right.
I see Memphis, but I believe at some point their youth will show through.
Hasn't yet.
Hasn't yet, but we're talking regular season, playoff time.
But I don't think they realize that.
They got blinders
Memphis.
on. They got blinders on.
They don't know they're not supposed to be doing what they're doing.
And that's scary.
And I think they go through the playoffs with that same
scary.
attitude.
A basketball team like that is extremely scary. They don't care. They don't know that they're not supposed to be here.
Yeah. But I do think it's the Suns to lose.
Sure.
But Memphis might
have something to say.
They just might. They just might upset and shock the world. We gonna see though.
But they're a 2 seed. That shouldn't even be shocking anymore.
Right.
No,
they're the 2.
Right.
But most average fans, if you ask them, would say Memphis is probably they probably snuck in with the AC.
No,
have no idea.
No, they're one of the best teams in the league. I watch them often this year on League Pass, and they're a legit basketball team.
And then I'm sure you heard the news with Dallas, like Luka being out indefinitely.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't know what that means. Indefinitely, are they putting that in the scouting report to kind of mess with Utah's head?
I don't think they need to mess with Utah's head. I think Utah's out. I think
now,
Dallas
if
wins
this
the
indefinite
series.
is the whole series, because who does Dallas have? Without Luka, they're a very bad team.
Tim Hardaway Jr. will not come back, correct? Is he slated to come back?
I
think he's out.
They are a very bad team without Luka.
They're a very bad team without Luka.
They need him bad.
Yeah.
They need Tim Hardaway Jr. bad.
If Luka is Dinwiddie going to average 35?
No, he's not.
Exactly.
He's not built that way. He can get
so that's going to be rough.
But he's not built to score 35 7 straight games. He's not built that way.
Then you got Denver and Golden State in the first. Just two
Golden
injured
State.
teams.
Yeah, Golden State will still win. Whew. No point guard, man. Not having Jamal Murray is
we don't know what's up with Steph though. They might not have Steph. If they don't have Steph, give me Joker over anybody over there.
Yeah,
Joker and the Pips.
Yep,
because that's exactly what he got
over who? Draymond and the Pips.
Because Clay really can't carry.
Clay still hasn't. Clay's
now remember,
Clay's 75%.
Hold on. Now remember me saying this about Clay some time ago. That I don't know. I think I said it. I may have said it on the. I know I said it on the page, and I may have said it here. In regards to Klay Thompson, if he were to go somewhere else, let's just give him a contending team. Take Luka out and put Klay Thompson on that Dallas Mavericks team. What do they do? What do they do?
He's a great number 2.
He's an excellent number 2. An excellent number 2. What other team could we take him off the Utah Jazz, take Donovan Mitchell off and put Klay Thompson there? What do they do? Again, I love Klay Thompson, bro. I think mechanically he's a better shooter than Steph Curry. Mechanically. Listen to me, y'all. Mechanically. Mechanically. Steph can shoot from everywhere, bro. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. But mechanically, I think he's a better shooter than Steph. But where can you put him in the National Basketball Association with a contending team? Take KD off and put him on that Brooklyn team. Take James Harden off the Sixers and put him there with
they're
Joel.
Better. They're better.
Yeah. You think they're a better team?
Oh, yeah. It's a better fit. You give Joel somebody like that that could just shoot.
Who's running point?
I mean, you could find a.
No, I'm saying with the team that they have.
Who's their backup? Whoever that is.
Couldn't tell you. Not off the top of my head, anyway.
Let Clay bring it up.
Let Clay bring it up. Let him bring it up.
Plays better D.
Indeed.
With one knee.
No question about that. And one Achilles. You are absolutely correct about that. There's no doubt about it.
One knee and one Achilles.
One knee, one Achilles.
Better D than
He's
Harden.
a much better defender than James Harden, and it ain't even close. Ain't even close.
James Harden plays D with a muffin in his hand.
At 75%.
You seen those chocolate chip muffins at 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Those.
The brownies with the peanut with the
soft ones.
I just actually had
man,
and
that thing had my sugar up too high.
And a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. Come on, dog. Unbelievable stuff. I mean,
that chocolate.
I think that's gonna be an interesting series, Denver and Golden State, and then that Utah Dallas got interesting. I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, if Luka's down, that'd be tough. That'd be tough.
And then you got Memphis against who knows yet. Whoever wins this game right here plays Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
And then the play-in happens where it's
a little bit. I think it'll be a
New
little
Orleans
bit
and San Antonio play each other. Whoever wins that plays the loser of this for the 8th. So the winner of Clippers and Minnesota right now gets a 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll play Memphis, and then Phoenix plays whoever out of the last 3.
Okay. I think Minnesota
and Clippers should not be here.
No,
Tyronn Lue should be the coach of the year.
He probably should get coach of the year for that.
Even if they don't make the playoffs, he should get coach of the year.
You missed essentially. We'll just call it 50 points between those two dudes.
Yep.
50 a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're here. with a bunch of young dudes that they just listen. That's all they do. They just listen to you. That's all. You're here.
Can we say that lower 6 where they are was there's a lot of parity right there?
Sure.
That's why they're there.
Sure. No doubt. Tons of it.
Yeah.
Tons of it.
That's why they're there.
But we can still touch and agree that not having your two main guys has them there. Not necessarily parity in that juncture, but for the rest of the field, yes.
Yeah.
But for the Clippers, they were supposed to be a top 3 seed with those two guys. Those two guys play. We looking at them no less than 4. I'll assume that just based on what they give you every night.
Yeah.
If they could play, I don't know, 65 games each, you would at least be in the 4th spot. How many games did PG play this year? 25, maybe?
I mean, he came back late before he was expecting to come back.
Sure.
Because I think he saw, like, yo, we got a chance to get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so let me go ahead and not fake this injury any longer.
Yeah, let me ramp it up.
And he came back sooner because I think we thought he was going to be out the whole season, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, probably 30 maybe that he got in.
Yeah.
And it's time for Minnesota to make the playoffs.
Sure. I'm with you there.
Like, Cat is a really good player that just
got stuck.
But they got a good team around them. There's no more excuses. They should be a good team.
Yeah, no question. They do got a little vet presence in there. Young.
So both these teams should be in the
guys.
playoffs. New Orleans and San Antonio have no right to be in the playoffs.
No.
So whoever loses this game needs to beat them easy and be the 8th seed.
Yeah. I agree.
And I think both these teams give Phoenix a headache, but it
won't be
Phoenix
much
in 5.
It'll be like that frontal lobe headache where it's like nagging a little bit.
But I'll be honest, I feel like Minnesota matches up good against them, especially having a big guy in the middle.
Look, and that's the thing when you talking about NBA basketball, man. We can look at two teams and say, "Oh, Team A will cream them." But when you get them on the court and you look at key matchups, things change. All these dudes are professionals, bro. These dudes are pros. So ain't everybody make their livelihood the same way out here on this 94 by what is it, 50? 94 by 50 feet?
Yeah.
That's how everybody make their living.
And I know you can't play the what if game, but there's always the injury bug with Chris Paul.
The injury bug. Look, I'm rooting for Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Man.
I wouldn't mind seeing him get it. I'm not a Phoenix
fan
at all, but
him get a chip.
It's time, man.
Please, because
he's one of the best point guards ever. Top 5 easy.
I think this could be it if he doesn't, though. Like, this is it. How much longer can you say, damn, I was right there?
Next year, he can. This team's young. They're not going anywhere.
They made
very young team.
They made the finals last year.
Sure.
I mean, that was their window.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was their window.
I expect them to be right there. I do.
So this is their window right now. Last year, this year.
Yeah. And Quan saying maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe. That's a strong maybe, though. But the rest of the core is
the same team.
But would Chris Paul be able to come back and do another marathon like that and be at the same level?
We didn't think he'd be this.
Led the league in assists. Led the league in assists this year, 10.8.
Yeah. I don't see why not. I don't see why not.
He was phenomenal.
As long as he's in great shape.
Sure. And
he got those hammies.
That's the thing, brother.
As long as he has those hammies.
Them old hammies.
Conditioned well.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah. It should be very, very interesting.
Because the older you get, the more you have to be in tune with your body.
Absolutely, man. Look, man, what a show. What a night. My Braves are up 14-3.
Dang.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we put that. First 3 innings, 3 runs, 4 runs. Yeah, man, we put the smack down early. Early on them boys, man. But yeah, man, what a great show, man. Mr. Gary Charles, again, man. Thank you, brother, for giving us some of your time and allowing us to be a part of this insane event that's going on here in Las Vegas next month, man. It's going to be a great time, man. I encourage everybody to get a ticket, man. Get a ticket
and pull up.
You've wasted money on worse things. I promise you. I promise you have. Support it. Support this event, man, because having something like this for us and we're able to put it on like this, come on, man. You got to support that, man. Yeah. You have to support that, man. Yeah. So, again, man, we appreciate everybody for chiming in, man. Shout out Dre Bailey, man, our guy. We appreciate you, homeboy. Yeah. Bill Blockham Logan is in the building, man. We got Quan 5'9" on the boards, man. The star. We got some mini camp stuff coming up here soon, right?
Pretty soon.
Mini camp getting ready to start.
I won't be putting Bill on the screen for the rest of this outro.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed, man. Again, we appreciate everybody, man, for chiming in, man. And if you scared, better go to church. Yeah.